you know, I mean, look, and also Fabrizio Romano has said that in relation to Saul Niguez, nothing imminent from Manchester United at the moment, just talks. Chelsea would be ahead, but there's nothing imminent at the moment from Manchester United. Talks continue. So Saul Niguez is available for free. It's a loan. So this whole United can't do any more business to me is very confusing when this is basically a loan deal. Are we now saying that because we're not selling him? You know what? I'm not going to repeat anything that I've said before tonight. This is a brand new angle on this. I don't get why we've got to sell to buy. If we're going to get Saul Niguez, you don't need to sell because you're not buying. You're just paying wages for a year. And let's be honest, we're paying 80 grand a week to Phil Jones. Are we really going to start saying we don't want to give Saul Niguez his wages? I mean, come on. And also, why do we need to sell to buy a midfielder? It's the most ridiculous thing ever. It's like saying, you know, I'm not going to have a dessert with my steak. They're two separate things. Like, you know, this is the midfield. Jesse Lingard's an attacker. How can you say we're not going to get Saul Niguez, a midfielder, on loan unless we sell Jesse Lingard, an attacker? It doesn't make any sense. So I'm rather confused about this. And I actually think that in relation to Saul Niguez, if he goes to Chelsea, we've been beaten. That's what's happened. And I think what this is from Solskjaer is classic deflecting and, you know, doing the Glazers' dirty work and doing Ed Woodward's dirty work. Because Ollie will do that. And whether you like him or not, I actually respect it in the way that he's very consistent. He always has the club's back. Sir Alex Ferguson used to do it as well. So all these people who go in on Ollie saying, oh, I'm fed up with him sticking up for the Glazers and protecting the club. Sir Alex Ferguson used to do it as well. He never used to come out and slate the Glazers. You know, when we desperately needed a midfielder, he'd say there's no value in the market. And anyone who's a little bit older will remember that. So Solskjaer coming out and being the deflector, I've always said he's the deflector. He is the buffer between the fans and the Glazers. And always has been. And always will be. He always protects them. He won't come out and say anything. Whatever he privately thinks, maybe he loves the Glazers, maybe he hates them, but he will never publicly make that out. So I think in relation to Saul Niguez, the first thing I want to talk about Saul Niguez is that if we're going to do this deal, we can do this deal. And it's not about selling to buy. It's about doing the deal. I think if we don't get Saul Niguez and he goes to Chelsea, it's because Chelsea beat us. And if Chelsea don't get Saul Niguez, I think we'll get him. I think you know, say what you like, but I actually think it's deflection tactics. I think this is trying to make out that we don't want a player that we clearly are talking about. This deal is just, anybody would do it. Liverpool would do it. Man City would do it. You're not paying for him. Atletico Madrid want to loan him out. They want to loan him out for a year. And Manchester United wants a midfielder, but they don't want to buy one because they haven't sold anybody. I mean, it's so obvious that we want Saul Niguez. And if we don't get him, it's because Chelsea have got him. So I'm not going to believe this. We're not buying anybody now because we've got to sell to buy. Because I don't think Saul Niguez falls into the category of us needing to sell to buy. If you sell Jesse Lingard and you get Saul Niguez, it doesn't make sense. If you keep Jesse Lingard and you get Saul Niguez, it doesn't make any sense either. It's like, and what I mean by that is, you don't need to sell Lingard to get Saul Niguez. You don't. They don't play in the same place. And if you're saying, well, you need to sell Jesse Lingard to get the money for Saul Niguez, you're not buying Saul Niguez, it's wages. So I don't believe this anymore. I don't believe we need to sell to buy. I personally think we're up against Chelsea and we'll get Saul Niguez or we won't. And I don't think it depends on whether we sell or not.